So in terms of the current role, I mean, you talk about next year in terms of 2024 being a big year for a number of recruits. What's the lead time in terms of activity, and how much are you working in terms of that part of it, and how much are you working on the current lot, and and what does the role sort of look like?
Absolutely. So at one time, I'll probably be thinking of 4 different intakes all at once. So
four different
intakes.
Okay.
So if you think we'll have to, so I lead on that strategic piece of what trainees we want to bring into the organisation first and foremost. So we'll be working with our various different teams and functions to establish what future skill sets we need and what trainees could fill. So that is a piece of work that probably takes place each year from about April time and through to August. So establishing future skill set needs, our people plans, and where it's viable to bring in a trainee. That would give us our intake, which would then go out to externally advertise and recruit into those roles. So we're thinking about the next year's intake all at one time, and at the same time we're inducting this year's intake. So we've just finished off inducting and welcoming our 2023 cohort. So we welcome them into the business, we lead on all the onboarding, make sure they're really settled. We obviously then can't forget about the people on programme. So they're already kind of with us in their 2nd, 3rd, maybe 4th years of their programmes with us. So we need to think about how we are delivering their development programmes, how everything's going, checking in and making sure everything's okay. And then at the end of the programme, we also work with our functions to think about permanent end roles for our apprentices and graduates when they finish as well. So we don't guarantee it, but providing performance is good and everything's gone well, we do aim to offer permanent end roles. So it's working that out as well, and supporting people through their endpoint assessments if they're on an apprenticeship and securing them end roles into the business. So it's always kind of 4 years simultaneously. So those skills about kind of coordination and time management, things like that, really key in my role, because you have to think about what year you're in quite frequently.
Fantastic, man. Thank you for sharing that. So in terms of the team itself, to talk to us a lot about the team. What do you call your team at the moment?
We're the early careers team, and we say that we're a small but a very mighty team of 3. So there's only 3 of us.
Okay, fantastic.
So there's myself, we've got 2 early career specialists. One of them is focused externally on our outreach activities. So that's all of the promotion that we do, external careers fairs that we might partake in, or mentoring programs, or schools outreach, which we do quite a lot of. And then one of our specialists focus internally on our programs as well. So how do we make sure that our trainees have a great experience? What development are we giving them? What training interventions can we organise? So between the 3 of us, they definitely keep us on our toes, both our trainees and their managers.
Okay. And in terms of the stakeholders within the business, who comes to you and who do you talk to? What sort of departments?
Yeah, so trainees, a lot of the time, like I said, their managers have a lot of questions as well, particularly for our apprentices, as it's quite a structured course that they're on with training providers. So I'll work with a number of external training providers that our apprenticeships are delivered through. So probably in the region of 30 to 40 different providers we actually partner with. And then internal stakeholders, everything from colleagues who support our trainees right the way through to senior leaders to work on that strategic piece in terms of what future skill sets we want to bring in. I present that to the board as well, because they're really interested in what our early careers programme is. And then externally, we do a lot of work with, as I said, local schools and colleges. We have links with universities as well to make sure that our roles are promoted, but also that people are considering Bentley for particular skill set areas. So I think stakeholder management is probably key, number 1 kind of focus in my role, and managing everyone's expectations and things like that as well.
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.